Greetings, visionaries. This is your host, the INFJ Visionary, and I just saw I had a note that I wanted to talk to you about something, and the note says, "Let it all burn in the new year." Let it all burn down. It's probably going to burn down on its own anyway, but you know that thing that's holding you back, that's keeping you from accomplishing your dreams? Let it burn. Let it burn down. You know that relationship that's limiting you. It could be with that codependent boss. Let it burn. Let it burn down. Um, that living situation with those insensitive and ignorant roommates. Find a new situation. Let that old situation die. Let it burn. Let it all burn in the new year, including your grasping and your clinging. Let that burn as well. That's not going to serve you very well going forward. I think it's fine. It's fine to have a preference. It's a good thing. We weren't put here not to care about things. And if you've ever gotten into some spiritual paths, they seem to think that's the answer to everything, is accomplishing some state of non-desire, and that's not the thing. I do believe that people that have honestly achieved a state of enlightenment definitely care less about things, but it's not from a place that's negative at all. It's just from a place of kind of having a larger, all-encompassing, well, I don't know if it's all-encompassing, a greater encompassing point of view, POV, right? One that includes other people. And that's really the other thing for this new year. It's got to be, as INFJs, I think we do pretty well with the not being selfish, bad people for the most part. Now, the INFJs on the dark side of the equation, or that are just not that bright, it's probably it's probably different for them, but they're not listening right now. We're just talking to the bright, cool kids. That's who we're talking to here. And yeah, you gotta it's important that like I say, I think INFJs are naturally gravitating more towards being aware of others, being less selfish in general, including the needs of others in their plans and things like that. But if you can always expand that, you can always be better at that. And 90%, it's fine to have a personal desire, as I was just saying, not a problem. But when it crosses the threshold into, oh no, it's going to have to be this way, or I'm not happy, or I'm going to go ahead and grab something that belongs to someone else, it's not going to be a good thing. It won't be a situation that's going to raise you up. So, what else can we think about in the new year? What else can we improve? Hold on, I'm going to sniffle here. Quite a bit of ash. The volcano's been going off on a regular basis here, so we keep our heads down and you just wait for it to blow away. But you might be a sniffler here and there. Yeah, so I keep hearing that things are going to get tough financially. It's in the coming year, and I think it's already been kind of tough for a lot of people. But keep in mind too that if you were really putting your absolute priority on just what you need, you would generally have enough, and that falls into the grasping camp as well. Like, some people can be incredibly well off, especially compared to others that are less so, and yet you'll hear them say things like they're not doing well and that they need to be wealthy and things like that. Yeah, take a look around and take stock of what the actual reality of your situation is. You probably have a lot more than you need. You probably don't have everything you want, but there's the other thing. Especially if it's a material thing, if you want something and you desire it for a while, and then you get it. What a great joy that is. But we all know that give it a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks at most, it'll be that thing like it was always around. It maybe if something bad happened to it, you'd start missing it, and then you'd be go right back on the cycle all over again. But you know, what I'm pointing out here is that a lot of these things that we think will bring us lasting joy, it's more of a temporary sort of deal. And it's good to keep that in mind, especially when the grasping for the thing becomes incredibly pressing to the point where you're not going to feel satisfied or happy without it. And this could be things or people. It could be a relationship that you're coveting, somebody that you're in love with, or you think you're in love with, and you want something to happen. And well, I'd give you some advice there. If they're with somebody else, forget about it totally. It's just a bad idea. Maybe you can fantasize about it late at night before you go to bed, but I wouldn't put a lot of energy into that either, since that's gonna just be tying you to that person in a way that probably won't be healthy. And the best thing to do is forget about it if it's a person with somebody else. But now, if they're not with somebody else, then make your play, right? Make your play. State your case. Don't be a creep. Don't be a creeper. Especially, you might come off as a creeper if you're lacking in bravery for too long a period of time, but they're sensing that you're connected to them and they wonder why you're not actually engaging with them. That's creepy, you know. So if there is somebody that you're really into and you want to be close to and they're not with somebody else, ask them out for coffee or something and say, hey, you know what, I think you're awesome. And I'm making a play. And they could go, well, da 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 da. They might go, oh, that's awesome. In the best case scenario, they might say, oh, that's awesome. I'm into you as well. Or they might be, what always happens, right? Oh no, I'm sorry. I just want to be friends. You'd be, oh, that's cool. Just letting you know. Now, this is a male-female thing, so it's not like going to be the same for the men or as the women. In fact, I'm assuming you're a guy letting a girl know that you like her, because usually if you're a girl and you like a guy and he's available, I think you can get in with him. It's not that hard. Just my point of view. I'm an old dragon. I come from another time and place, so maybe I'm out of line. Whatever. But let's say, okay, yeah, you got friend zoned. At least you know now. You know you're in the friend zone. But also, don't necessarily count them out, because you may have been playing it so cool that they weren't actually sure that you liked them, and so now they do know. And now that you're somebody they're going to think about, right? They're going to be, oh, so and so does like me. So and so thinks I'm worthy. So and so thinks I'm attractive and desirable. That might count. If you're not a creep, that might count for a lot. If you're being perceived as a creep, maybe not. But okay, then we'll go even further with it. Let's say in this new year, you told them, oh yeah, I'm making them a play for you. I think you're special, and I'd like to be with you. Oh no, no, I'm going to put you in the friend zone. Well, then you're in the friend zone. You don't have to waste more time on that person. Because you are awesome and you deserve to be with somebody else who's awesome. And if you're just, maybe you work online, or who knows what you're doing, if you're not getting out in the world, find an excuse to get out in the world, get a crappy job even. Because the universe doesn't want you to be alone. The universe wants you to be with somebody. And that's something else you want to burn down in the new year. Burn down your fear of connecting with people and make more efforts to do so. Because it's okay if you get a little rejected here and there. They're actually saving you time. They're not the person for you. Okay? So that's it for our video today. Until I come back, keep on keeping on, INFJ. Keep on keeping on.